Homecoming and our Mountain West Conference opener against Air Force. This episode is going to look a little bit different because I was solo shooting this game. Usually we have two photographers, including myself, who split different parts of the day, work together to get different angles. However, today I was alone. So this will be a complete account of everything a photographer needs to shoot in order to effectively cover a Wyoming football game. Instead of starting at the warm-ups, we start at the arrival. It's called Cowboy Walk. The band leads the team from the hotel to the stadium as they walk through a sea of fans. The horse and rider. Always a staple of the Cowboy Walk. When shooting the players, my goal is to simply make them look as cool as possible. Aura. Since we only had one camera on scene, I sprinted the facility entrance to get a different angle. I like the empty stadium in the background. Short and sweet, that's the arrival. I focus more on the players today instead of the interactions between the fans and players. Both ways are great. However, the way I did today was just more of my style. Something that I want to make my style is effectively shooting in golden hour. As you've seen, I've tried in weeks past. However, I feel as if I'm just merely scratching the surface. So my entire focus of today's warm-ups was to effectively shoot in golden hour. My first attempt had way too harsh of lighting, so I needed to switch sides to capture the part of the players the sun was actually hitting. This is more in the right direction, however, not exactly what I'm going for. I think we need to split the difference between the first two images and find something more in the middle that includes the sun in the frame. So I sat down trying to do just that as TK was walking over. There we go. Now we're on the right track, except this image looks better in black and white, which defeats the purpose of shooting in golden hour. But luckily, a few seconds later, we got our first good shot of the day. I love every part of this. Since I found the right angle, I wanted to take a couple more. Also wanted to see how aggressive I could get, including the sun. I love this look, but let me just get a little bit lower of an angle. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the shot. This is a super different looking picture, but I like how it turned out. Last shot of warm-ups, and you know I never forget QB1 and pads. Time for the run out and to search for a new angle. Week 1 was in front of the goalpost, week 2 was on the opposite end zone, and this week I want to focus more on the coin toss. The coin toss happens immediately after the run out, so depending on where you're stationed for it, there's a good chance you're going to miss it. So today I just sat near the front by the cheerleaders, hoping that it would move fast, and before it was over, I'd run back over and try to get the toss. Horse and rider, always an electric way to start the run out. And even though the run out wasn't my main focus, I wanted to try to get the firework trails in the background. I love how the black and white one turned out. I was weaving between tuba players in order to catch the captains before they walked out. Now, to be honest, I had no idea where I was going to shoot this coin toss. But I ran around the back, lined the ref up between the two sets of players, and was able to snap this. So, time for a kickoff. Usually I focus on portraits and whatever I can grab from the sideline, but since I was solo shooting today, my role has changed. Now I'm focusing on portraits, action shots, crowd shots, anything environment, and there's a heightened emphasis to not miss anything. We started this game out hot. A chain reaction from this play on.
Scott with a carry, finds a hole. Scott to the 30. It's the big man. That's Svoboda, and he burst through.
And then directly after,
Scott
we punched it in.
Touchdown.
Now, there's really no celebration here, and if there was, it was shrouded by the huddle of players. Luckily, the video team got a good angle of it to post on social, but not the hottest start for us photo people. So, after an L, went back to the sidelines. A portrait of Fia a day always keeps the doctors away. Mostly because if I don't, he'd be the one to send me there. Evan was playing quite nicely, so I wanted to get a couple different shots of him throwing. Those calves could cut a refrigerator in half. Teaching moments. If you're struggling with portraits, don't change the subject, change the angle. I haven't really gotten a good picture of John Mike all season long, so I thought this would be a good opportunity with his helmet off. But I just didn't like how this turned out. So I walked around to get a different angle with everyone positioned the exact same, and this one turned out much better. After 2 slow quarters in the first, we came out of half gunning. We got into the red zone quickly. I went over to the back of the end zone to try to not miss anything this time.
He's going straight ahead and he's in. Touchdown.
The Vanilla Gorilla was dishing out celebration concussions to Evan. Then he also scared the hell out of me. You can see my camera shake. Next offensive possession, more of the same.
Play action. Swoboda looks, fires, caught there. That's King. At the 6, he gets to the 4.
A tough TK catch leads to a tough TK run.
King, touchdown.
As far as I was concerned, however, it was still the Vanilla Gorilla show. All you can eat buffet at right tackle. Evan was obviously hyped too. All that belly rubbing had my dog tired though. Now, Evan had his helmet ripped off multiple times this game, resulting in breaking his nose. Here is one of those times. Broken nose or not, we still drove down to put 3 up to extend the lead. Now that the outcome wasn't in doubt anymore, I ran over to the bench area to catch a couple more portraits before this rodeo wrapped up. One 1-0 in conference play means the student section gets up on the field. I was looking for head coach Sal Vell right after the game doing his TV interview, however, I just missed him. Instead, I was able to catch this cool moment between the two as they celebrate his first win as a head coach. Then, of course, Evan, being the stand-up guy he is, stayed on the field for everyone's picture and to talk to every single fan who came up to him. That's all for home game number 3 of the season and our first win as a team. A little all over and scrambled this time due to the circumstances. However, if you ever find yourself solo shooting a game, this is one way to go about it. Like and subscribe if you learned something from this video. Drop a comment down below what the best picture of the day was, and until next time.